In this video, I will provide you with a method you can use if you are working on a large building or a large home remodeling project where you're going to be relocating the plumbing pipes and need to cut out a long trench and usually pile the dirt up on the side of the trench, either on one side or both sides. And of course, after you do this, you're probably not going to know where the location is of the plumbing pipes, especially if they need to be located right on the money. So you're not going to have your X here anymore because it would have been removed after you removed the concrete. So that makes sense. And even though I'm not the first person to think about this, it is something that you should put into your carpenter or do-it-yourselfer toolbox because you can use it for a variety of different things besides plumbing. And that will be to use the ceiling. What I like to do is put a scrap piece of lumber on the ceiling, whether I'm going to be attaching it to drywall or to framing members, like the bottom of roof trusses or ceiling joists, and you're just simply going to use the upper walls to get all of your measurements. So you're just simply going to measure from the wall over on this side and then make a mark and then measure from the wall either from the front or the back to make your mark. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to get these measurements before you cut your concrete and pile up the dirt around the project, especially if you're dealing with multiple plumbing fixture locations. And if you know you're going to have a difficult time, you're going to have a big mess, then maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to lay out everything on the ceiling before you cut your concrete. And then you can simply attach a plumb bob to a screw or another piece of hardware, even a nail, to get the location below for your plumbing fixture that needs to be located right on the money. So not too difficult. Like I said, try to plan ahead. And don't forget, you could always use more than one plumb bob. You could use one plumb bob for every critical plumbing drain pipe location. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to measure the string. Make sure that the walls are plumb and that your measurements are accurate to the string, because if you use a nail or a screw, the plumb bob could be off by as much as 1/4 of an inch. And you can always measure the string off of the framing plates above in case you're worried about bowed wall studs. Because if this wall here is leaning out or leaning in and you take your measurement from it, you're going to have a problem with this. Like I said, if you can pre-plan this, you're going to be better off. However, if you're in the middle of a remodel, just make sure that you check everything. Check your measurements. You're going to be able to hang the plumb bob down and measure off of some of the framing plates. And if you have to move some of the dirt, so be it, especially if this measurement needs to be right on the money.